Aldrin, good morning. Massive interest in the story, and there are questions also about whether there could be other similar camps across the country. What's expected to unfold where you are?
Well, good morning, Iman. So we expect the 95 to appear at the White River Magistrates Court, but the point that we've been raising throughout this morning is the logistical challenges that the NPA as well as the police are facing on whether or not they'll be able to fit all 95 accused in one particular courtroom. So there are only two courtrooms at the White River Magistrates Court, and one of those courtrooms that we are standing in, we understand that should the charges be brought against these individuals today and they appear in court, it will be this particular courtroom. I'm just going to step out of shot now to give you a sense of how small the courtroom is, and as you can see that right there in front, of course, is where you'd have the magistrate that will be sitting, and then you have these two benches on either side of the witness box, and that would ordinarily be where you'd have some of the accused, where the accused would be standing, and the accused, of course, standing in the accused box as well. So there's no way at all that you'd be able to fit all 95 of them in that particular box that is in front of the magistrate, and where the lawyers as well as some of the officials from Home Affairs would be sitting. And the reason that I raised the issue around Home Affairs is that if there is only the charge of the contravention of the Immigration Act, that means that the process will be led by Home Affairs, and this would entail, of course, the deportation of the 95. However, if the NPA, after studying the docket, believe that there is a charge, a criminal charge, to be brought against the individuals, and then it would be the NPA that would be leading that particular case and leading evidence in that particular case. And the Home Affairs Department has confirmed if the NPA goes ahead with criminal charges, then the deportation will not be taking place. But if there are no criminal charges that are brought against these individuals, then we could just see them being released and deported back to Libya.
There are a lot of intricacies, Aldrin, to this. As you say, there's the Home Affairs perspective. There is, what they were actually doing, what the NPA's investigations have so far revealed in collaboration with those law enforcement authorities. But also, if there is this allegation of an illegal military base, and there indeed, potential for contravening firearms controls and a range of other acts, and contravening, industry body standards and so on. This could be far more complex. Are we likely to see other agencies join in? I mean, what's the complexity right now when it comes to the NPA and what they're likely to bring in court? I know it's early days, so maybe we don't have all that information yet, but that certainly is a question.
Well, yeah, certainly. It is a multidisciplinary approach that law enforcement has taken here. On Saturday, for instance, you had that large contingent being led by the Minister of Police and some senior SEPS members as well, including the two deputy ministers of police. Also had the head of the Hawks that was part of that delegation, as well as the CEO of CIRA. And CIRA is, they're clear, they are the industry body, the private security industry authority, that according to the accreditation that was afforded to the training center, is that as far as they are concerned, that they have contravened it, they have went a step further. However, though, investigations are still underway. When we asked the police minister why, considering the allegation that is being made by CIRA, and also that CIRA has instructed that it must be shut down immediately, why no case is being brought against the owner of the farm. He said that investigations will still go underway, and depending on what comes out of that investigation, then they will decide whether or not to bring a charge against the owner as well as the trainer of that particular institution. And then the interview that we had a bit earlier on from Ian Cameron, very important as well, the concerns that they are raising around lapses within the crime intelligence of the country. And when we speak about crime intelligence, specifically focusing on crime intelligence being led by the South African Police Service, there are hard questions and difficult questions that they need to ask of them. I was indicating to Naledi a bit earlier on that if you look at a press briefing that was done, I think sometime in May by Police Minister Bheki Mofele at the time, he indicated that they have been able to bolster crime intelligence, and that's the reason why we see, for instance, when it comes to cases of kidnapping, they've been able to get the victims of kidnapping released and also apprehend some of the suspects that are involved in these kidnappings, and that is because of the crime intelligence unit that has been bolstered. But here there is a lapse. Some allegations have been made. That investigation would also need to get underway, and also in that particular case, who should be held accountable if there are lapses within crime intelligence.
And then there's the other dimension that if this is true, according to the speculation, an illegal military training camp, we will in the program, as we have over the course of the last couple of days, be looking at some of the external factors relating to all of this, the political situation inside Libya with its own government of national unity and some of the conflicts that already exist there. Aldrin, big issue though, before I let you go, is the logistics. One wonders if there might be another announcement of perhaps a different venue, although this matter is expected to go ahead this morning. But it's a genuine issue. It's a genuine concern. We'll come back to you later for updates if there are any. Aldrin Sampear live for us there in Mpumalanga in the White River Magistrates Court.